Welcome to 15 Minutes with Devan. This is a follow on to yesterday's story on friendships and betrayal. You see, I concluded yesterday's talk by praying that God protects us from our friends because we already know who our enemies are. But you see, I'm the kind of person who believes that even while you're putting things into prayer, do your bit on this earthly plane. So is there any way of spotting bad friends? Is there any way of preventing betrayal? You might not be able to prevent betrayal, though. That's the truth. You might have great difficulty preventing betrayal. But that is not to say that there are never any warning signs, there are no red flags to look out for. And that's what today's talk will be about. One thing to look out for is the way your friend reacts when something good happens to you and you tell him or her. For many, for those that don't mean well for you, if you are observant, you'll notice something, a flash of resentment, a flash of bitterness. There are some that will not even be able to contain themselves and will actually say something unpleasant. They'll say something unpleasant to make you feel as if you don't merit this good thing that has happened now. For instance, you've just been promoted at work. And you tell this friend of yours that in your mind, though, you feel the person is doing well too, you're probably at par, so you don't feel any qualms revealing the good things that are happening to you because you feel that you're both growing, you're both doing well. Unbeknownst to you, what this person wants or would have preferred is a situation where they are growing and you are in a state of stagnation. But you don't know that. So you tell this your friend that you've been promoted, and she immediately does this. It can be unconscious, though. She's not planning to do it, but the news took her unaware so much that her true self popped out before she could rein herself in. So the minute you say it, you get this scorn. Undisguised scorn. It's never a good sign. Then as human beings, ordinarily, if you are not completely dim, you know when somebody is trying to give you bad advice. You know. You can tell. There's something inside your spirit, and usually there's just something about that particular advice that goes against the grain of who you are as a person. So you come and tell this friend of yours, this so-called best friend of yours, that you've been having issues with your line manager and you just don't know what to do. There's nothing you do that is right. There's nothing you ever do that is right. This person is out to get you and so on. Now your friend knows that on a good day, you're the kind of person who will go to work late. You're the kind of person who will never deliver at the deadline when you're supposed to deliver. You're the kind of person who will deliver a shoddy job. You're the kind of person who also wants to close very early from work. You're that kind of person who, after a 2-day public holiday, you want to add another extra day because after all you traveled, and she knows that you're that kind of person who ordinarily would have issues with a line manager. Yeah, because the line manager is not there for you to come and mess them up. They are also trying to look good. And they need everybody to be delivering like an adult with some sense of maturity and responsibility so that the work actually gets done. You know that if you were a line manager, you probably would not take half the nonsense you dish out to your own line manager. But here you are, sitting, going on and on about how you are hated at work, and this. A good friend might not want to hurt you by calling you out on your shortcomings, but she might say things like, can you give me an instance of what happened? You relate, babe, Yusuf, why you do that kind of thing now? You say it jokingly. But it's your own nice way of calling your friend's attention to the fact that she is to blame. But you say these bad friends, they know you know your shortcomings. They know your own shortcomings too. The minute you start, is it not that guy? I beg, leave and Ojare today mess up. Who in come kukuti say be safe? Don't mind him, Ojare. In fact, now because they come work just only 30 minutes late. Make next time, since him feel say get power to they talk to you, yeah? Please, next time, shebi una call time for office na 8 o'clock. Come they shout, they talk all manner of nonsense just because you come in 10 minutes late. Come in at 9 o'clock, make it die. What about school scenario? This friend, and usually they are the life of the party, very exciting, great fun to be around. Very addictive personalities, usually. This is the kind of friend, that the day there is going to be a test or some kind of continuous assessment, that is the day that she is going to invite you for one happening birthday bash that you don't need to miss. But this guy, not me and you did the same department. With you, they talk, Jare, leave that thing, let's go. So both of you will go. How am I go? Don't worry, I'll talk to him. Unbeknownst to you, she has dealings with that lecturer. So whether she sits for the continuous assessment or not, it doesn't matter. He's going to assign something to her. So you go for that party, you come back, you come with your bogus stories of how sick you were and everything, and the man is like, sorry, you should have come with with a hospital report or something. Until you do that, I'm not about to give you a makeup test. So these are just a few instances I'm giving you. Usually you can tell. There are usually red flags, except if you are really slow. God has given us that spirit of discernment, but some of us shut the voice down because we don't want to hear it. This is the kind of best friend, that when you tell her, let's bring it into a domestic setting now. You tell her that, you're saving money because, you're trying to improve yourself. You want to pay for some self-improvement course, something that will say, babe, Yusuf, now wow. All the time, akada, reading up and down. See, check your wardrobe. How many clothes do you have? You're here paying for online Microsoft course. Well done. Don't go and buy yourself clothes. Then you, being the empty-headed person you are, this money you've managed to spend, you've saved over a period of maybe 1 or 2 years. Instead of you to delay gratification. I'm not saying looking good is bad, but there's a time for everything. Instead of you to delay instant gratification, because you know what, if you pay for that Microsoft course, you learn it, and you begin to do small jobs online, you're going to earn enough to buy clothes, live comfortable, and other things. She manages to convince you. You carry that 350,000 and go and buy a gold set. Gold set that at the end of the day doesn't match anything you have in your wardrobe, because practically all your clothes are t-shirts and jeans. So where are you wearing all that heavy gold to? There you bought it to. Then she that has her wardrobe is dominated by Hollandis and lace and other things. Every three days, Angela, beg no vex, give me that your gold set. Make I just, I get very important. She ends up using it even more than you. Another strategy they use, and I must talk about this quickly before I wrap up. The really clever ones will come. They'll start by telling you something very salacious about themselves or their own family. That's how they start. They tell you the kind of thing that you yourself will know. Kai, this thing is supposed to be a family secret. They share it with you because you're so close. You love each other so much. So that's how the ones. I'm not saying that everybody who does this, it automatically means you bad. I'm just telling you some of the strategies they use. It's up to you to know who is genuine and who is not by being observant. So they'll come and tell you something deeply personal about themselves and make it look as if it's because of you that I'm saying this. It might even be a lie. It could be a lie. So you now feel that this person who has trusted me with this deep, dark secrets, for her to tell me something like this, it means she trusts me. And the least I can do is to reciprocate that trust. And she'll keep coaxing you. Every now and then she'll bring one very salacious tidbit. Drop it. It could even be about another person, but she'll encourage you to now talk about yourself. And that's how she just keeps gathering the information. Because you think she's your friend. You think she's in your corner. You think she loves you. So you keep telling her. Then one day, randomly like that one day, you just, it's a hot day, you decide to, give yourself a treat. You take yourself to an ice cream parlor somewhere. And two complete strangers are narrating yours. In fact, there are such strangers that they don't even know you. They don't know what you look like, but they know your name and they have your name in their mouth. And there they are sharing something deeply personal and true about yourself. Sitting in a group, talking about you. While enjoying a meat pie. You don't know these people. They don't know you. But your story is in their mouth. And you know that the only other person you shared that story with is XYZ. So please be on the lookout for these friends. Listen for how, watch for how they react when you share good news about yourself. Some will not be able to hide it. Some are fantastic actors and they pretend some will not be able to hide it. It's just a flash. It's just a flash. Look for how they react when you tell them good things about yourself. Listen to the kinds of advice they give you regarding life situations that require problem-solving skills. Look out for the kinds of things they're sharing about themselves and ask yourself, what is the motive? Why is this person telling me this thing about her? Look out for what they tell you about other people. Be careful. Somebody who is quick to share with you another person's secrets, especially if you don't have a very long history, you've not been together for long. Sometimes it happens that your very close friend can tell you something about a third party, but that she's telling you because you people are so close, you've known each other for years, maybe you've been together for like 20, 25. That's not the kind of thing I'm talking about. I'm talking of this friend you've known for 2 or 3 weeks or months, who is now telling you the deepest, darkest secrets of all her friends. Because as she's telling you those stories about these other girls, that's how she'll carry your own story around. Grow eyes in the back of your head.